Good morning, y'all. Happy vlog day. Friday for you, Wednesday for me, actually, along with the house not being empty due to weather, school, and just other shit going on. I have been sick, so I didn't record yesterday and I didn't record Monday. But the house is empty, at least for a little while, because apparently the teen has a half a day and my partner isn't working. He's on his way to another job interview, even though he has a new job that'll be starting Monday. I guess he just wanted to see what this one is about, which is great. I'm grateful for, because I haven't been alone in my house for days because it's been cold or the kids been here, and then once the kids left, he came back. And my alone time is just so important to me. It's just like I just be needing time to not be around other people. Last week was really emotional for me, and I didn't recognize that it was gonna be that emotional. I didn't realize how scared I was to admit that the chemical imbalance that, of course, my mother can't control, that existed due to the fact that she was bipolar in my life, has created a need for predictability and consistent understanding in my life. And saying it out loud last week really brought a lot of emotions out of me. And so I thank those of you who sat and watched that with me, and kind of those of you who reached out and sent me love directly. I appreciate that, because I absolutely needed that love, because I didn't recognize that I was that I didn't realize that I was that affected by it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm working because I've been out of work for a few days. So I'm just trying to get caught up on work. But I got a few minutes to just speak with y'all today. So let me get present. Let me finish this last note for work and then get present. I'll still talk to y'all and then I'll get fully present. But last week for me was eye-opening. It was healing. That's another reason why I just kind of just turned the camera on. Cause like this week, I was like, I'm not feeling well. I'm just waiting. I'm like, why? Like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not my best, right? So I'm sorry. I thought I could type and talk, but now I'm typing the words and I'm talking to y'all. So give me a beat. Okay. But yeah, so speaking it out, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I tell myself at least once a week I'm going to turn my camera on and I'm going to do this visual journal, because that's kind of what I look at it as. I wouldn't say that I don't look at this as a vlog, but I feel like most people that vlog, they more so vlog like time-lapse vlogging, or they'll show you what they've been doing, and I just kind of sit in one spot and talk to you, which feels a little bit more like a podcast than a vlog. But if I have to call it anything, I would kind of call it like a visual journal, because this feels like journaling. Like, this feels like just getting all my thoughts out in an environment that is safe to me, and this is super safe for me. So those of you who support me and watch and comment and send me love, thank you so much. I always like to kind of give a little bit of an update of what's going on romantically before I dive into what I'm talking about. The only thing that's really happening in the house is, you know, he's getting himself into his new job. I feel like he's kind of getting the ground beneath his feet. I think now it's just a different feeling in the house because I have expressed my frustration. And now that I have expressed my frustration, I just feel like he's kind of working to, you know, to alleviate that. And I'm still working through like taking up space, right? Like, I'm still working through being authentic, which we're talking about today. Like, I'm still working on realizing that authenticity has so many layers. Like, I feel like I'm authentic because I'm myself, right? Like, I don't let nobody else kind of tell me what to do. I dance to the beat of my own drum, if you will. But but I feel like where I cheat myself, or where I lack authenticity, is when it comes to expressing myself, especially expressing myself and telling people things that I feel like they don't want to hear. That's the biggest one for me. Like, the hardest thing for me is to admit to a person that I know means well that they didn't, that this wasn't what I wanted, or this was something that didn't have a positive outcome. Like, even with my mother, I think about last week when I talked about how, her bipolar, the things that happen as a result of her being bipolar created, as an adult, a need for me to have a lot of predictability and peace in my life. I realized that there was a part of me that was like, oh my God, we shouldn't put that out. We shouldn't say that, because what if your mom watches that and she believes that, something that she doesn't even have any control over hurt you? And what if it hurts her? And I had to realize that, like, I'm not bashing her. I'm not saying that my mother fucked me up because of her disorder. I'm saying that my mother grew up bipolar, and I grew up with a bipolar mother, and the chemical imbalance created a need for predictability within me. That statement is just what it is. And I'm learning to get better with that, because I feel like the truest statement of all in this relationship for me is, I think you're doing your best. I think you mean well, but this doesn't work for me. And I think I'm afraid to say that directly to him, because it works in a lot of ways, right? Like, he's a really great friend. He's a really great partner. He's a really great support. When I've been in his bed for the last few days sick, he's helped me out. Like, he's a really great person. I just think that when I think about the person that I want to do life with for the rest of my life, I don't know if it's him. And I feel bad about that, because I don't know if it's anybody. And that brings us to, like, our conversation today about my authenticity. I realized that, like, the more I grow into my weirdness, the more I realize that I spent a lot of my life wondering if people like me, or if people will accept me, without actually turning a mirror to myself and asking myself, like, do I like people? Do I accept people? And I'm still answering that question for myself, but the better half of that long answer is no. Most human beings frustrate me. Most human beings annoy the fuck out of me, because a lot of human beings don't mean the things that they say, and they don't say the things that they mean. They excuse poor behavior. They allow things that I actually just don't fuck with. And I realize that I compromise myself more in the form of my authenticity when I'm trying to be friends or romantically involved with other human beings than anything else in my life. Like, when I'm by myself, I don't have to compromise myself. When I'm alone, I could listen to the same song 35,000 times if I want to. And that's a form of authenticity too. But then also, when I'm alone, like, I only have to worry about my own standards, my own values. And when I'm around other people, whether I'm being their friend or I'm trying to date them, I have to take theirs into account. And because I'm the type of person that wants to do that wants to make people feel seen, I do that. But then I realize that, like, I really don't fuck with it. Like, they're comfortable and they're happy. That's the reason why people want to be with me. That's the reason why, like, last week he and I were talking, and we were watching the show Married at First Sight. And at one point in the show, they always ask the couples to, like, rate their marriage or rate their relationship from 1 to 10. Excuse me, 10 being the best, 1 being, not the best. And so he asked us, to do that. And my rating was like a 6.5, and his rating was like a 9. And he said the only thing that makes him not say a 10 about our relationship is that we're not married. And that was so mind blowing to me, because I realized that, like, the only thing that he needs for a relationship to work is for his partner to always be here with him, which I am. I don't go nowhere. I mean, except for when we're going out with my friends, etc. And for men need different things in relationships than women. He just needs the logistics handled, right? Dishes taken care of, house clean, etc., etc. All the things that I do, regardless of if I'm feeling good about him or not, are the only things that he needs for the relationship to feel good. I realize that the relationship for me is practically at a 50% because I need a higher level of intimacy. I need romance. I need spontaneity. I need things that actually don't even hold value to him. And I realize that is the truth in a lot of my other relationships. Like a lot of my friendships, I'm friends with people who need to see me once a week, or who need to see me or talk to me all the time, and for me it's like I don't need that. I have friends who I literally only speak to on my birthday, their birthday, and every now and then when we see something and we really want to pass it on to each other, and that works for me. But there are a lot of people who have stopped being my friend. Like, for instance, my friend Larissa, I feel like one of the biggest reasons that she stopped being my friend beyond the friendship itself just dismantling is because I feel like one day she woke up and realized that, like, what's okay for me as a friend isn't okay for her. Like, she is the type of friend that wants to be able to pop up at your house with lunch and be like, hey, girl. That's a no-no for me. That's a boundary for me. I got friends that want to FaceTime me, that want to sit on the phone all day on FaceTime. I don't like that. I kind of like to be alone with my own thoughts. I kind of like to be by myself. I realize that I desire a level of solitude that at some point you just got to be like, okay, bitch, you need to live alone. Because there should be nothing wrong with spending days at the end with your partner or your friend. Like these last few days, like I've been with him. Well, the snowstorm happened Friday. My mother-in-law came and picked up my stepson on Thursday. She didn't come bring him back home until yesterday. So we really just been here, kicking it from Thursday until yesterday. And I got sick around like Monday morning, like Sunday night, Monday morning. And then all day yesterday I was laying in bed. But in my head, like today, when he went to head to that job interview today, I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy that he leaving the house. And I feel bad because, like, even if I feel like, and now I'm asking myself, like, even if he becomes everything that you want, do you even just want to be in a relationship? And I don't know the answer to those questions yet, but that's why I'm starting these conversations with myself to figure them out. You know what I mean? Growing up as a kid, I have just always seen things different, done things different. My mom, one day we were crocheting a few years ago, and I would just sit in the house, and I don't know what made her say it. I guess she was just looking at me. I don't know, I probably did something that was peculiar, but she just came out of nowhere and was just like, you have always been your own person. Like, you have always just done things your own way. And you've always just kind of marched to be your own drum. Like, I even think about this, even though so look at this little cute picture of me. Even though she braided this up in my head, like, look at this. What kid this small wants a fucking crown braided in their head? You know what I mean? Or a braid basket in their head. And I know that was the day and age of everybody getting that. You know what I mean? And my mom being a hairstylist, I understand why I had it. But I know for a fact I asked for it. Like, I think about when I was younger and it was time to pick my winter coat. Because we, as kids, we are allowed to pick our own winter coat type shit. I asked my mom, well, she gave it to me. I had this reversible coat. One side was leather and one side was faux fur, and it was bright blueberry blue. And I went to school every day, and that bright blueberry blue coat that was reversible. And some days I wore the fur, and some days I wore the leather. And you couldn't fucking tell me I wasn't Frank Lucas, and I didn't even know who the fuck Frank Lucas was. I have always been different. But then I got older and started to become more aware that, like, people are actually laughing at me. They're not laughing with me, or they're not smiling at me, or they're not impressed by it. And so for a lot of my life, I suppressed my weirdness or my oddness or my queerness. And I kept it to myself because I didn't know if people were smiling at me or internally laughing at me, kind of like the mean girls on the movies that'll be like, oh, that's so cute. And then turn around and be like, that was the ugliest fucking skirt I ever seen in my life. And I've never been the type of person that wanted to, like, purchase things from stores and stuff. Like, I'm such a DIY secondhand type of person. And I think that comes from being a younger sibling, right? Like, you get passed down a lot of things as a younger sibling. So you rarely get new things. Not because you can't afford it or because of anything else. Excuse me. It's just like, I love my big sisters. So I love getting their clothes because I take it and I make it my own. And it still means something to me. Like, I think another thing about me that I'm recognizing, another part of my authenticity, along with being just obscure and different and weird, is like, I really am a feeler. Like, I feel everything deeply, and everything for me has to have symbolism. And one of the biggest reasons why I'm nervous to dive deeper into exploring whether or not I want to be in this relationship is because I realize that one of the reasons that I am questioning whether I want to continue to stay with this person long term is because he is a person, he is a person who is okay with just doing things to do them. Things don't have to mean anything. Sometimes he says things that he knows he doesn't mean just to say them because they were in his head, like intrusive thoughts. Like he entertains his intrusive thoughts, and I don't, because when an intrusive thought comes into my head, I truly ask myself, is it valuable to the conversation? Is it valuable to my life? Is it valuable to anything externally from my head? And if I decide that it is not, I don't say it. And I realize one of the biggest issues that I have in this relationship is that he will say something, and then I will look up and I will be like, okay, what do you want me to do with that? And then I'll realize, like, he don't want me to do nothing with it. And I'm realizing that I am more reactive as a person than I realized. Like, I'm a very reactive person. Like, if I do my hair in a certain way and somebody's like, you gonna wear your hair like that, but the tone don't sound like it's a positive thing, I might change it, especially if the person matters to me, or if I'm gonna be around the person, because I don't want to be around anybody looking at me or thinking crazy things about me. And I realized that I try to conform to what I feel like people want me to be, so I can almost guarantee that they're going to be saying positive things about me. But I have to realize that there's no way to guarantee that people are going to be saying and thinking positive things about you. There's a young lady right now that's on my Facebook that is always in my comments saying positive things about me. And this young man, who I guess she was dating, and I guess he and her got into it, and I got caught in the middle of the situation because she does a lot of shit talking to me. So he inboxed me to, like, just tell me, like, I think you're a cool ass person, but I don't know, I just feel weird that that you are engaging with content from a person. Well, a person is engaging with your content and they're engaging from a positive place, but these are the things that they're saying about you. This man sent me screenshots of a young lady who I went to high school with. And again, I don't initiate these conversations. I just post on my social media. And she's always in my comments, oh my God, I love this. You're so cool. Like, we've even talked on the phone. And she's like, I always thought you were so cool. I always thought you were so smart. I always thought you were so this, that, and the third. But sure enough, I'm watching him and her talk, and she's like, that gay bitch, and da 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 da, like, talking crazy about me. She's so fake and phony. I bet that's not who she is in real life. Da 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 da. And to realize that there are people in this world, who will hate me. and don't really have a reason to hate me. Most people that dislike me, they dislike me because I am kind. They dislike me because I am soft-spoken. They dislike me because I am happy. And none of those things are things that I can change. I wish I was meaner. I feel like if I was a little bit more meaner, I probably wouldn't even be in this relationship with this boy right now, because I would have already broken up with him. But I'm not. I'm not meaner. I wish I gave less grace, but I don't. I give a ton. I wish I was a little bit more violent or volatile, but I'm not. I wish I was more confrontational, but I'm not. But I'm getting there. I think the reason that I'm in this relationship, and the reason that even when I try to leave, I can't leave, is because I am learning a lot of things. First of all, I'm learning to not be so reactive, because there are people in this world who literally just say shit to be saying it. I'm also learning to not be so reactive, because along with people in this world, people being in this world to say shit to just be saying it, there are also people in this world that say shit, mean it low key, but don't want to admit to meaning it. Like a lot of the things that he says that are jokes in this relationship, I truly believe that he means. I truly believe that when he jokes about thinking that I am attracted to my male best friend, that he is really uncomfortable with my friendship with this young man, but he doesn't want to admit it because he feels guilty to say, I don't want you to be friends with him, when I literally invite him and encourage him to go out and date other women and be involved with other women. I think the level of compersion that I have and the desire to see him happy, regardless of what that looks like, it does not translate to him. And he doesn't want to see me happy no matter what that looks like. Like, he wants to see me happy if being happy means me doing what he wants me to do. And I want to see him happy regardless. And I think because I want to see him happy regardless, and he knows that, and he feels really uncomfortable, he will never openly admit that he feels uncomfortable with my friendship with my best friend. Me and my best friend are still on the same phone plan. We pay the phone bill together. We're on a family plan, just he and I. And I believe that my partner is uncomfortable with that. Any person probably would, but he won't admit to it. And for me, it's like, you so outspoken, you so bold, you so this, you so that, but you won't look me in my face and tell me you uncomfortable with it. Instead, though, you make really weird, insensitive jokes about me being sexually attracted to somebody who I actually am not sexually attracted to. I'm not sexually attracted to my best friend. I be texting him when he be doing that weird shit to me and talking to me crazy and telling me, I know you be thinking about him and I know you be wanting, you attracted to him. I literally be texting my best friend and being like, I don't know why this motherfucker won't realize that this is not what I'm on, but it's not. And it's funny because my best friend, I know he's attracted to me. I know he's romantically interested in me. He doesn't have to. He's admitted it, and he's told me that he's gotten over it. But I know that he still. If tomorrow I walked out of this house and told him I'm in love with you, let's go be together, he would leave whatever situation he was in to be with me. That man is in love with me. He's been in love with me since we were in high school. I don't reciprocate that love in that way. Like, I love him as a person. I'll always love him for the rest of my life. But I feel like he deserves a woman who wants him shit the way I used to want this motherfucker, and now I don't. But I feel like he deserves somebody that desires him in a way that I don't desire him. And I'm realizing that the more that I grow, I don't think that I want to be with anybody in that way. Like, I want to live romantically a nomadic life. I want to have multiple partners that I can take what I want from them and leave what I don't, and it be okay and ethical to everybody. And as a woman, that's just not always possible because men are very possessive and territorial. At the beginning of this relationship, we both talked about this. Like, we both talked about polyamory. We both talked about all of these things. And the deeper the relationship gets, the more I'm listening to him be possessive. And it's funny because he's only possessive when it comes to other men. And I feel that his possessive nature when it comes to other men has a lot to do with the fact that, like, he's not being authentic, right? Like, we're talking about authenticity this week. He's not an authentic person. But it's easier to remain inauthentic if your partner is only dating you, right? Because she's only confined to the relationship that she has with you. And if she compares it to the relationship that she has with women, it's easy for you to go, that's a woman, I'm a man. My whole life, I've wanted, in my adult life for sure, the people that I'm dating to go be with other people, because I don't ever want to have to change anything that I am to love you. And I don't want you to have to change anything that you are to love me. As a little girl, I've had to change so much of myself. When I was in Catholic school, I got in trouble because I didn't want to walk down the hallway in a straight line. I was always wiggling. So my mom took me out of Catholic school. Then growing up, I got into a bunch of different, extracurricular activities just to keep myself from talking all day in school because I'm just bubbly and I bubble over and I feel like That is a lot for a person. That's a lot for a person. And I've always just wanted to have multiple people to kind of give all of that energy to, because I do have a surplus of it. And I think that's the reason why I am feeling a lot of unhappiness in this relationship, is because I have been restricted. I have been restricted to giving my bubbliness to only one person. And at the beginning of it, it was new to him, and he liked it and he loved it and it was fun. Now I'm starting to feel like he's getting tired of it. And because he's getting tired of it, he's like I said last week, he's like creating weird waves. And it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And as an overthinker, I want to get it. Like, I want to understand why he constantly brings up my male best friend. Like, be real with me and admit that you don't like that I'm his friend. Or be real with me and admit that it makes you uncomfortable. That we could talk through. I don't got no problem with it, but at the same time, I can't stop joking about it. It's weird to me. It's like, what? Or just like, you say you love how hard I work. You say you appreciate my hard work and all of this. But like, for instance, this week while you off work, you don't wake up and get up and go do stuff and like involve yourself, like make yourself busy. You will sit right here with me all day, smoke when you know I'm at work and you know I don't need to be smoking. I need to be alert at work. Or, you know, watch TV and be watching something on TV that's super loud that will make me miss calls from my job. Even though right now I'm talking to y'all, I'm missing calls from my job. But still, like, I'm realizing that it's like, I think he liked me, but I also think that who I am challenges him. Because, like, he realized, like, I gotta get my shit together. Even when it comes to, because I'll be honest, let's talk. Let's talk, because I'm about to be done in a minute, because I'm missing work, so I got to get my life together. But, like, who I am authentically is a workaholic. I love working. These last few weeks, I've been doing 2-a-days. I've been working out. I've been getting on my shit, and he's been seeing that. And it's so funny. Last week, he told me this week he was going to start working out with me. I'm gonna start working out with you. I'm gonna start working out with you. After I left, I went to a dance class on Sunday night, which was so great. And after I left the dance class Sunday, he was like, we should hang out. We should get drunk because we haven't done anything this weekend. And I felt bad because Saturday I did go to yoga, and then after yoga I crocheted all day, and then Sunday I slept all day and then went to a dance class. So I really didn't spend time with him. So I was like, cool, let's kick it. So we were drinking. We got drunk as fuck on Sunday. Really, that was why Monday morning I tried to come to work and I couldn't come to work. I was fucked up. And I thought to myself, like, didn't you say that Monday you was going to start working out? And just so happens that Sunday you want to get fucked up with me. Which I get it, you know what I mean? In your head, like, this is my last time really being able to get drunk before I start my new job. And with my new job, I want to be more focused, etc., etc. Got it. But yesterday I didn't work. I mean, not yesterday, Monday I didn't work out. And then I ended up with a migraine yesterday, so I didn't work out. And then today I woke up and I'm just trying to get back together and I didn't work out. Not to say that the migraine wouldn't have happened yesterday. I don't know. But I truly believe that the trajectory of my days would have been completely different had I decided to say, actually, no, I want to stay on my schedule. And I told myself this when I was laying down yesterday, deeply regretting every decision I made for the last 72 hours. I'm not going to find myself in this position again. Because that's just not authentic to me. Like, being asked at 9 o'clock, I left my dance class at 9 o'clock. Being asked at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, do I want to do shots and get drunk, knowing that that's going to fuck up me waking up early in the morning, getting my workout in, and continuing to smash my goals, was on me. But my issue with the relationship is, even though I made the choice came from you asking me this, and you asked me this because I don't think we align authentically. Like, he wants the benefits of all the discipline that I have, but he doesn't really want to be disciplined. He wants a better life. And that's why I think that he's so content with a more simple life. Like, he's super content with being able to pay the bills that he needs to pay for his children, be able to support his marijuana habit, and watch sports and play a game and not really have anything else going on in life, because that is actually a pretty expensive life. I want to take that same budget and do things like vacations, trips. I want to look at the viral things on TikTok that I wouldn't have even known that are happening in my city and do them. And I just don't think that he is as passionate about that as I am. And because I'm a people pleaser, and because the part of my authenticity that I struggle with is kind of showing up authentically if it's not going to be received well, I don't think that it's healthy for me to remain in a relationship with someone who isn't as passionate about things as I am. Because when I recognize that you don't want to do it, I just say, forget it, I'm not going to do it. But then I looked up in this relationship and realized that now it's just years of us doing everything that you want to do and me never doing anything that I want to do. And that's how we come to a point where you see a relationship that I'm ready to walk out of as a 9 out of 10. And I'm like, nigga, what? But it is a 9 out of 10 for him. We do what he wants all the time. He gets everything that he desires every time. When he walks, like if I was in here, when I'm done with this vlog today, I'm going to grab the remote. I'm going to start watching TV. As soon as he walks in, I don't care if what I'm watching is in the middle of the climax of what he's watching. I go right back to the home screen, give him the remote, give him the full control of a space that was just mine. And I think that's also why I desire alone time. I desire alone time because I recognize that I will make whoever is in the space with me more comfortable than I am. And I don't regret it. That's just who I am. But because that's who I am, I have to have time where I'm only by myself so I can be the person that I cater to. And that's making me rethink if I have the mental and emotional maturity to be in a relationship, because it's not just on him. Who wouldn't want to get their way all the time? Like, he's not wrong to accept his way all the time. I need to be more emotionally mature so I can say, actually, I don't like this. Actually, I'm tired of watching Archer. Let's watch something else. Actually, I want to watch a documentary. And if you don't want to watch this documentary, it's okay. You can leave the room, or you're going to stay in the room and watch a documentary just like I stay in a room and watch Archer. I don't want to, like, even when it comes to, excuse the overshare, like, even when it comes to, like, when we're being intimate, and, like, when we, sometimes you get intimate with your partner, you want to watch adult films. Sometimes the adult films that he watch, I'm not even into that kink. And I'll sit there watching it, and he'll be like, are you enjoying this? And I'm like, yeah. But I'm saying yeah because I don't want to make you feel like I'm kink shaming. But the truth of the matter is, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. And because I'm not into it, I'm not giving you a fair chance, because you think I'm enjoying myself, and inside my head I'm kind of like, and I'm not enjoying myself. And so I'm getting to a place in my life where, and I'm so glad I have this cute little picture of myself with this braid basket sitting on my wall. I want to tell that little girl that there is nothing wrong with who she is. You're bubbly and you're passionate about life and people and things that maybe other people don't care about, but that's who you are. And I gotta give myself space to be who I am, even if that means stepping away from some friendships, some relationships, some connections. And so that's what I'm working on. I think that's what I'll leave us this week. It's like, I want to learn how to be emotionally mature enough to be myself, even if other people won't like it, because I don't always like them and what they have to offer. And I have enough grace to at least let them exist. And they aren't the people that are booing me off the stage. I am. And so I have to do better at giving myself space to just exist. And that is what I want to work on. I love y'all. I am tired, but I'm grateful that I got this off of myself. I'm going to try to enjoy this alone time before him and apparently my stepson come back. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good week. See y'all next week.